Good morning. We are currently in Key Largo.
How you doing? Bad news for the crossing.
We freed the anchor.
Puts a kibosh on our plans to leave tomorrow. Me screaming from the bow.
Good morning. We are currently in Key Largo. So we're trying to get some stuff done on the boat still. We'll see kind of what we accomplished today. Some of the things we want to get done. We need to go into town. We have a delivery expected at the UPS store. So we'll go in and work at Starbucks for a while, and then I'm gonna walk up to the UPS store, which is like a mile away. Our dinghy isn't working very well, so Dan's trying to clear out the gas. He thinks it might be bad gas, so we're gonna try to empty that into a different container and then put new gas in. Oh, we also want to try to get the pennant hoist today. The wind is light, so that means I'll have to get up in the climbing gear and go up to the mast for the first time. A little nervous about that, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's a beautiful day here in Key Largo, so I can't complain. Think about when you're sailing is the fact that when you come to land, you don't have a vehicle. So currently in Key Largo, I gotta walk about 2 miles to the store, and then on the way back I'll hit the bank, which is just off the main strip. So pretty much gonna be a hot, sweaty mess pretty soon. So I got my package. This is actually a pretty exciting one. So we ordered something called My Island Wi-Fi. It is supposed to give you Wi-Fi throughout most of the Bahamas. So that will be awesome. If you're like within 20 miles of an island, you should be able to get it. It carries through the same cell carrier as the major cell phone provider in the Bahamas. So we will be able to be online. Be a little bit different than it is now, because right now, not so much. So that'll be really good. Hopefully it works pretty well. And it was a pretty important package, so the 2-mile walk to go get it was worth it. Now I'm gonna hit the bank, and then I'm gonna go back to Dan at Starbucks.
Stopped at the dollar store when we were in town, and I got bowls, $1 for 4. That's a good buy. And bigger bowls. I like big bowls. I cannot lie. And my favorite purchase, I've been waiting for one of these bad boys. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what that is. Yeah, that is an electric fly swatter. And that is about as much entertainment you'll have on a boat ever, besides getting drunk. So, yeah, this is a good buy. That was all under 10 bucks. We're gonna try to get Krista up the mast for the first time, because we need to put our pennant hoist up, and it's pretty calm today. And then we also need to have her look at the deck light. So she's got to get up there for the first time. So this should be interesting. And I got to hoist her up. Yeah. Oh yeah, what do you think of that, huh? Just shaved for the first time in about 2 months. Good talk. So, Chris is going up the pole. Chris is about to smoke the pole. That's probably gonna get edited out. And you're gonna be here for all of it. Okay, always good to have backup batteries. There's the champ. How you doing? So, bad news for the crossing. Woke up and we were dragging anchor. It's about 4 in the morning now, and we tried to. I had put Chris at the helm. We tried to free the anchor up, but the anchor's jammed somewhere, so we're not dragging anymore. But once I got it up and close to where the anchor was, I tried to pull it up and I couldn't get it up. Set it back down, and because of the loads, ripped the anchor roller right off of the deck. So we have a big gaping metal hole right where the anchor roller was bolted to the deck, which sucks. So I tried again to get the anchor up, but with the wind blowing as hard as it is, I couldn't get it up, and I just exhausted my arms. I can't even try anymore. So luckily the anchor's holding, but with this much wind, it's just not good for the boat on those anchor cleats. So right now we're just trying to bide our time till it gets light and we can see a little bit better, which will be in a couple hours. So we're gonna get some rest, or try to. I don't think that'll happen, but basically this puts a kibosh on our plans to leave tomorrow because we don't have anywhere to lay the anchor now. First of all, we just need to get off because we're about a half a mile from a lee shore. So nice thing is if the anchor drags again, then it's free and we can get it up. But unless it's light out, I don't know what we're gonna be able to do. So no bueno at all. Welcome to sailing. It's our first crappy situation. I don't know, a little nervous right now. Even Lily's a little freaked out. Hey, Lily. Yeah, she's not having it. She's not having any anchor dragging or me screaming from the bow. She did not like that. Not one bit. Okay, update. So now we're losing tide, so now we got to get the boat off because we're gonna start running on the ground a little bit. So I'm gonna dive in and get the boat off, probably take the anchor off of the chain because we can't, unless I can get the anchor free right away. Oh, what a mess. And then we'll tie a life jacket so we know where the anchor is, and get our second anchor out and tie up and anchor out a little bit and wait till the tide comes in again. So Krista's getting stuff out of the locker. I'm gonna go dive on this bastard. Fun. Anchor's up. Bow roller's gone. About 6 inches of rub rail is completely destroyed. That anchor is set really well. So if anybody ever wants to buy an anchor, I suggest Mantis. That thing would not come up no matter which way we drove the boat. I dove down, freed the anchor, but Krista just couldn't pull it up fast enough and get back to drive the boat. So anchor bit again. So then I got up and Krista dove in, and then Krista freed it. And once it was freed, I was able to pull it up really fast, jump back on the helm, and start directing us back out to deeper water. Threw a line out, and Krista towed behind the boat for a few minutes. That was no fun. That was no fun at all. I mean, it would have been one thing just to lose the bow roller, but getting that anchor stuck in shallow water on a lee shore, lesson learned for better anchoring techniques. We're gonna rest for a while, and then we're probably gonna pull the anchor up again, and then head somewhere else with a little better holding. So much for our Bahamas trip. We're gonna have to postpone that for about a week or so till we get the bow roller fixed, and who knows how much that'll cost. You tired too, Lily? It was a long night, huh? How you feeling?
Tired.
Well, with emergencies come appetite. I just made myself 2 cheeseburgers and just scarfed them down, and it's like 11 o'clock. I think it's only like 10:30. It was good. And now, it's Chris's watch, so I'm gonna crash. After sleeping for almost 24 hours and waiting for the wind to die down, we pulled the anchor and headed south back towards Key Largo. In retrospect, if we had used proper anchoring techniques, the situation could have been easily avoided. So we went back to the place where we anchored a couple days before this, back by Rodriguez Key, and there's some fabricators and some other people that we need to see to get a new plate made. Chris is banging around on the anchor, trying to do a snubber line, but I don't know, she's doing something wrong. I can hear it. After getting into Key Largo, we got onto YouTube and tried to learn how to tie a proper snubber line, and I'm not sure we were doing so well. We finally got it all figured out and tied it up to our anchor cleats and decided to head into town for a well-deserved beer. We headed back to Rodriguez Key and decided we were going to go in for a well-deserved dinner. We haven't really eaten out since we left, so I think we're going to have some food, and I think it's well-deserved. And so we're just trying to figure out where we're going, because we're still on a budget, so we are looking for places that are not too expensive. I fell off the dinghy on the way off of the dinghy. That was really fun. Right in front of like 4 couples who are all lounging on this pool balcony right in front of the dinghy dock. I said, I think that was entertaining. Wait till we've had a couple beers and try to get back on the dinghy. Down, and we're gonna say hi to these people that we met the other day before we go get another beer. So Jeff was nice enough to stop by and say hi to us when we were getting fuel the other day, and he's a scuba instructor, which is awesome. And they're kind of living the life, and they're docked here. And after we dragged and had all that nightmare, we came in to get some beers and have some food, and we had to stop by and say hi. And he was taking a nap, but he was nice enough to get up and say hi. And we're having beers. And all right,
to the adventure. Woo! And you have to make eye contact.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Oh, that's the rule.
When you cheers.
Can I do it through my?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you in the eye.
Why you should dive on your anchor. So the key is you drop your anchor and you tug on it, but you've got 100 feet of chain out. So you're pulling that 100 feet of chain that weighs a few hundred pounds. And you know, you're giving it a big tug and we're set. But in reality, what may be happening is your anchor may be on its side and you're just kind of getting some resistance with the turtle grass. You're not pulling it like you were getting 25 knots of wind. So if you dive on it, like the other day, Scylla dove on the anchor and actually flipped it so that it would have its plow digging in, and then I tugged on it with the engine, and then it dug in like a plow, like it should.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, bomber. So what happens is you don't drag and you get to sleep well.
We're gonna cut to us diving on our anchor tomorrow and making sure that sucker is good, and we're gonna give you an underwater shot of that too.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to seeing that.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Coming up next time on Sailing on a Whim, after heading back to Key Largo to make repairs to the bow, we get our first visit of the boat. So we try to show him a good time by taking him out sailing and around town. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you like our videos, please consider becoming a patron. Hit the subscribe button or the like button, and we'll see you next time.
She keeps trying to jump out of the boat.
Is janking the Bahamas flag. Look at that, baby! Come on now! No! Probably our first en route friends that we're gonna make. It's time to pass out.